And we are now recording and streaming. I just gotta send this link
Alright,
to
do you
some.
need me to mute or anything for recording?
Uh, yeah, if you want to. Oh, let's see here.
Okie dokie. Also, TikTok on browser is garbage.
All right. So is everyone ready to play tonight?
Yep.
Yep.
Nice. Hell yeah. Let's see here. Just got to make a couple more posts and some servers that I don't normally get to, and we will
Oh,
get
jeez.
started.
Phoenix changed his freaking profile picture. Jesus.
Can't tell if just quiet or sound not working.
Quiet.
Just quiet.
Ah, my ear. Nope. Sound working.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Nope, no, I just had the volume up a smidgen too high.
You all
The
right?
can you
bleeding
feel
will
it
end
now,
eventually.
Mr. Krabs? Uh,
Let's see here. Was there anything that I missed? Let's see here. Yep. Okay. There we go. That's it. Now, minimize this. There we go. Welcome, everyone, to Chaos in the Valley of Elements. This is session 44. And everyone has gotten their 8 hours of sleep. And everyone is awake, save for Spica, whose body looks a little odd as it is semi-transparent and has like a glowing outline.
is he doing the glow thing again?
Yeah,
Oh boy,
he's
we haven't
doing the glow
experienced
thing.
that in a while.
He's just our personal night glow stick.
He's our nightlight.
I'm just picturing like one of the minions from Despicable Me that you just go.
All right. So, Daniela and Gleam, you are both taking a bath.
Yep.
Amon is up and wandering around. And I'm assuming Quadrin has found a place to sit and start eating. Or did you go to the barracks and sleep?
I went to. So I went to the Forge Master and I gave them my sword and the scythe.
Yep.
I went to the other gnomes
Yep.
and may have inadvertently picked a fight with one of them, but in a thievery kind of way. So I'm going to be very careful with my belongings. And the other one, I was asking questions about demons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they both went, "We're tired. We're going to bed." And yeah, I think Quadrant just like went to the barracks.
Okay. So, is there anything anyone wants to do presently? Like, because I know a bunch of you were sleeping last session, because I was really under the weather, and again, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
Life happens.
But is there anything anyone wants to do presently that they wanted to do last session but didn't get a chance to?
No. I was almost dead, and it was great to not be dead anymore.
I'm just happy to be clean, Panther. Mm.
I'm fine. Mm.
Okay.
And this Spica thing, this is the normal translucent stuff that we've seen in the past, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't it Jeffa that also glowed too, or wasn't there somebody else that glowed? I think like when I first came into the campaign, I felt like somebody else was glowing.
Jevib didn't glow, but he would talk to himself.
Oh, okay, so that was Jebba. All right.
All right. Also, I need to move these guys. These guys were over here. All right. Just a reminder for the players who don't remember the original reason why you came here. One of your party members, she will know who she is as soon as I mention her, has had a nightmare about one of her friends and kind of freaked out about it.
Yeah. I do remember that. I don't remember. I thought we came here to get weapons, actually. Was the original reason.
Yes,
Because we were supposed
so-
to fight a dragon,
Yeah.
a red dragon.
No, not a red dragon. We're
a Drake? Fire Drake?
No, not a fire drake. We
a
were
dragon.
no, we're not trying to kill a dragon. In
Maybe
order
later.
to get the elven general guy to go back to the Emerald Queen, we have to muck with the blood war that's going on. And basically, he was allowing the necromancers and the undead shenaniganry to happen because that would spare his soldiers going and having to die in the fighting. But the Emerald Queen is very, very against that. So she and him parted ways. Ergo, if we go and deal with one of the leaders of this blood war and yada, 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 and we're going to basically go kill like an archfiend or something like that. But in order to do that, we need certain protections and we need certain weapons and we actually need to know where to go. And that's part of the reason why we came here. The expediency of why we dropped everything else, because I think we have like 7 ongoing quests right now, is that Daniela had the dream.
Gotcha.
So like, okay, no, we have to.
We gotta go
This
bounce.
is now priority 1. Because the same demon lord that we're ready to go Moida is the one that's holding her.
Yeah. Okay. So.
So who do we need to talk to about where we need to go?
You don't know. You definitely need to talk to some kind of leadership inside the fort, though. And to the best of your knowledge, you have not talked to anyone that's actual leadership other than the woman that you were traveling here with.
I mean, a few of us have talked to the deal maker.
Which one was that one?
The one in the middle with his twin.
Oh,
blood.
yeah. I think I insulted him.
Yeah. I think he's going to turn you into the half man.
Yeah, no, obviously
Maybe.
we don't go upstairs and talk to the king or do anything like that because that's a definite no. I thought it was.
Yeah, There is a general and a king.
You'd think a king would live somewhere nicer.
Maybe he likes being where the action is.
I think the action's with the deal maker. Hey!
Giggity. Well, after coming to, and if Spike is still asleep, I'm going to walk over to, or Eamon is going to walk over to him and just kind of look at him in his weird, sparkly, ethereal glowiness.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Twilight vampire.
Does it feel ominous?
No.
No? I'm going to poke him. Just like on his hand. You feel cold, warm, clammy. Oh, God.
So you reach out and you poke him, and you feel cold skin for just a moment.
Ooh.
And then you feel nothing. And then you feel cold skin again.
When you say nothing, like ethereal nothing, like there's actually nothing there, or
Like there's like for a moment it seems like there's actually nothing there.
I poke a little harder, and on those moments where that feels like there's nothing, is there give? Like, do I go through him?
Your hand just goes through him in the moments when there's nothing there.
The bloody fuck is that? Wait a minute. Is there anything around me? Like, I know there's tables, but like, is this like solid stone floor? Are there any instruments or implements or what do I have access to?
There's like a couple of blankets or towels on each cot.
Okay. Let me check my inventory really quick. Well, I've got a few gold that's essentially worthless. Is there like a cadence to it? Like it pulses and then goes back in, or is it
It's
like kind of
almost-
sporadic?
It almost fills in time with his breathing.
Perfect. I think it's just what his hands and his face are exposed. I think. I'm gonna try to time it, and throw a gold piece at him while he's incorporeal, and see if I can get it stuck inside of him. In like his hand, not his face. I don't want to do brain damage.
It smacks off of one of his knuckles, and he instinctively like pulls his hand in.
Grab the coin. And like, that is very curious. I'll have to keep an eye on this. Just not something I've really experienced before. He just kind of mumbles to himself. I'm just going to kind of sit then and watch this and see if there's any other weird stuff that happens while he's sleeping. I'm going to do that for about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Or until he wakes up.
Yeah, he's just kind of he's just sleeping. Nothing really changes. Except for eventually the cadence goes away and he's just there sleeping now.
Interesting. Very curious. Amy just pulls out his notebook and like, or I guess it'd be his journal. Just kind of like writes a couple lines in it, closes it, puts it back in his bag, and well, I'll ask him about that later. In the meantime, let's find out where the hell the rest of the merry band of misfits had meandered off to. And I leave the room.
Okay.
And I have no idea where anyone else is. Well, I do. Eamon doesn't.
You come out and the guy that was very silent with the two women looks over at you, and he's watching, but he's being very quiet.
These are the only three in this whole big open room.
Yeah,
Are they sitting on anything, or are they just kind of standing?
they're standing.
Oh. I'm gonna walk over to him.
Okay.
Hello. First off, I'm Eamon. Apologies for any misgivings or offenses I may have imparted upon you yesterday. I was not myself, nearly dead, as it is. Might I ask you a few questions? I direct this towards the dude in the center.
Okay. So as you're saying this, he slowly looks more and more angry, and as you start to get nervous, like he's taking like he's taking this way too seriously, he just, all right. I'm just kidding. I'm Gauther. It's nice to meet you, Eamon. And no worries. When people are half dead, they get kind of delusional.
Gauther, sorry. So nice to meet you. Actually, I think we've heard of you. Actually, nope, never mind. I'm reading my notes weird. Disregard that part.
Well, there is another dwarf that his name's kind of similar to mine.
Oh. Okay, well, so you're Gauther?
Yes.
Okay, and the other one I think of, I believe we've met, or I've heard of, is the Gauther, right? Maybe, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But my question to you is twofold. One, do you happen to know where the other members of my band may have meandered off to? We would have all come in probably around the same time last night or this morning. Time's weird.
Well, two of your friends are 2 doors back. You should go check on them. And about the time he finishes saying that, the woman to his right punches him in the arm. Ow! Don't be sending him off into the bath with all those women. How? Oh, I was just kidding. Okay. 2 of your friends are taking a bath. One of your friends is over there, and he points to the barracks. He's still asleep, to the best of my knowledge. And if you go over here, and he points just above the barracks, there's lots of food in there. You just woke up, so I'm assuming you're hungry.
Oh, absolutely ravished. And I think I know where one is, and that those two. And then you said the other one, the one probably in the barracks, the big one, kind of grumpy looking.
He's not quite as grumpy as he appears.
Oh no, he's a harmless little pussycat, but he appears grumpy. The facade of it. Have to maintain your air of intimidation, as it were. Well, thank you. That answers my first question. My second question, who would we talk to, or would you say is, in charge around here? I'm presuming it's you, Gauther. Just have your air of your presence in this area.
Oh no, I'm just the guard.
Oh.
So you'll be wanting to talk to either the king or the general.
Oh. Who? This may sound very ignorant, and I apologize. Who is the king?
The king is King Rallum Stormforge.
Rallum Stormforge. It's an imposing name.
He is an imposing figure.
I mean, that's fair. And the general. Would if I'm looking for someone, would name perhaps it's one I already know, but just to make sure I've dotted my T's and crossed my I's, kind of a thing.
Let me see here. I had it wrote down in one of my notes. That's not it. All right. What the hell? I have the general's name wrote down somewhere. I know I do. Let's see.
No worries. His name's not Coblin, is it?
No.
Good
it's
old
not.
what's his name?
Good old what's his name?
He's not Coblin the Goblin Cobbler.
I'm gonna hold my thought.
Okay. So, we're gonna pause on the voice so I can pronounce this correctly. General
All right.
Athergam Ironward.
Athergam Ironward. Perfect. And I'm assuming they're around here, or do we have to go somewhere else for them? I realize I originally asked you, said that I only had 2 questions, but kind of who do we need to talk to and where might we find them? Kind of fall in the similar thing.
Well, okay. So, depending on what you want, is who you want to talk to. If you want to say, like, join our group, help out, you'll need, if that's the case, you'll need to talk to the general. If you're wanting to, like, do something and, like, this, ask for, like, favors and anything diplomatic, you'll want to speak with the king.
All right. Perfect. So probably, maybe a bit of both. But definitely, we've got a few favors that we need. However, I'll leave that to Quadrin. He's got a way with words. Well, thank you, Gartha. I greatly appreciate this. I am going to go find some food because I am so hungry right now. Fighting takes it out of you.
Oh,
Oh, what's the best thing to eat here?
Honestly, most of the elves like you that come through really like the elk.
Like the elk. Okay. Is it like rare fire elk or is it like, typical game?
Usually the elk is brought in from the Feywild intrusion, and
Ooh.
it's moon elk.
You've sold me. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate you answering me. I'm going to, let my compatriots bathe on their own. I'm not going to go there, but I am going to go get some food. Thank you so much. You've been a tremendous help.
Not a problem.
Good luck on your guarding. Hopefully you have a uneventful shift. Or watch, as it were.
Those are the best kind.
Hi. Thank you again. And I take my leave and I go over and find food.
Okay. While you're there, you walk in and there is a familiar gnome sitting at the table. And before we continue there, does anyone else want to continue from where they left off?
That's Mercy, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Don't do what you're planning on doing.
How do you know what I'm planning on doing?
I can guess.
How do
What
you
would
know
he
what
be
she's
planning on
planning
doing?
How do you know what she's planning on doing?
Yeah, she's probably planning on killing me.
Yes, but in slow and painful ways.
Yeah, we'll figure that out later.
He might be into that. You never know.
Oh dear God. I'm surrounded by.
Hmm.
You just see my derpy ass face through my wolf or through my character. Just derp.
Okay.
I am Ed of 3.
Hmm.
So who wants to go first, Quadrant or the girls?
Oh, I'll let the girls go first.
You're so kind.
So how long have we been in the baths?
You
I
guys,
don't know. I feel clean.
you guys
Yes.
feel amazing.
Mhm.
And while normally it's not suggested that you stay in the bath for 6 hours, man,
Oh.
this water never got cold and it never stopped feeling good.
Yeah, I think my skin's starting to wrinkle. I think it's time we go, girly pop.
All right.
Get that and start shaking.
Mm.
Is our friend asleep in the tub again?
She has actually gotten out and left.
Okay.
By this point, not too much. It wasn't too long before you. It's maybe been 20 minutes since she's left. But she got out and she didn't have any wrinkly skin. She looked great. And she looked like she felt great too.
Okay. So I guess we get out and go look for the boys.
Okay.
Get dressed at first, of course.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, it's completely up to
No.
you what you guys want to do.
I want to be dressed.
I'll bet Galther would have had a time there.
I'm a good.
So what do we do when we come in here? Just oh, who are these people?
You two see this little gentleman
He's so cute.
and this little gentleman.
Oh,
the
they're
dude-
both so cute.
You cannot head pat them. I would highly advise against it.
Hello.
I mean, the hair product can't be that bad.
They they turn and smile at you. Oh, hello. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm good. Great. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. Just waking up.
Oh, um, my name's Daniela. And may I ask who you are?
Oh, me? Let's see. You are talking to this one, just so everyone that's watching can see which one you're talking to. I am Swivel, and this is my cousin, Farindal.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Swivel.
A pleasure, my dear. And he takes your hand and gently kisses the top of it.
Oh, you're such a gentleman.
You kind of get the impression this guy was raised as a nobleman.
I smell gnomish trickery.
I don't know.
Check
I
all of our
smell.
rings.
I smell
Of
great. I don't know
course
what
you
you're
would.
talking about. We smell great.
We do. So where are you off to?
First breakfast.
Oh, well, maybe we'll go with you. We're looking for our friends, and they may be there already.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh,
I'm hungry.
the half orcish fellow.
Yes.
Quadrant. Yes, he had some questions for us.
Oh, he was nice, wasn't he? He was nice, wasn't he?
I hope he was.
When am I not nice?
he He wasn't unpleasant to talk to, and he was
Okay.
quite interested in what we had to say. So,
Oh, well, that's nice.
and they will lead the two of you out here.
Oops.
Yep. Ah! I'm at the bottom here.
Thought you liked the bottom.
Shut up.
I mean,
You're only the bottom for some people, eh? Wink.
Never mind. I'll keep that to myself.
The Minotaurs aren't here.
That's a DM for that.
you see the two women look over their shoulders, and they just kind of nod at you. And Ferendal and Swivel come over here.
Okay.
Here you go. Yeah.
Swivel. Who is the gentleman with the two ladies?
Oh, that's Galther and his two negotiator wives.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Scouther do here? Is he important?
If you want to talk to anyone who lives upstairs, you have to
Oh.
get him to get one of them for you.
Hmm.
Otherwise, he just makes sure that if we're ever invaded, that the invaders are stopped here.
Oh, so he's like a guard, sort of, kind of.
Yeah. You don't want to get on their bad side. I've seen the three of them take out an entire company of devils by themselves.
Ooh,
Noted.
nice.
Well, I need to talk to.
I feel like I have Quadrin's voice in my head for some odd reason. Um, I'll bookmark that for later. Okay, great. I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
So, before we go to Quadrin, Eamon, did you want to sit with Mercy?
Just realized I was muted. Yes, please.
All right. She smiles as you sit. Are you sitting next to her or across from her?
Across.
Okay.
Definitely across.
She smiles as you sit across from her. She was like, I was hoping to see you again.
Well, I'll take that at face value. I would like to apologize for my behavior yesterday. I did not mean to offend. Just, near-death experiences kind of take it out of me.
It wasn't as bad as I made it appear. A girl
Oh,
has to.
good.
A girl has to be playful.
I mean, that's fair. The memory of that yesterday, really. After coming into the castle, is a bit hazy. So, you may have to catch me up on some of the details and what I may or may not have said. But, no offense intended. And, you were Mary? Mercy? Something like that. Something with an M and an E.
Yes. Mercy.
Yes.
And about that time, the doors open, and Ferndal and Swivel join Mercy. They look kind of protective.
Oh, friends of yours?
Cousins.
Oh. Nice. Well, hello, cousins of Mercy. I am Amon. And what might I call you?
I'm Swivel. And I'm Ferendal.
Pardon me.
And Quadrin, you are up by this point, if you would like to join them.
Cool. Yes, I will make my way into the dining hall.
Okay.
Not trying to make an entrance at all. Just
Accidentally knocked something over.
Trying to sneak because you need to roll for that.
Oh my gosh.
so he'll sit. Not
On the table?
Wow.
Wow, that is sneaky. Not an entrance at all.
Suddenly he appears.
Full on Black Star. Not everyone's going to get that reference.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, you're good.
All right. We appear to be one person short.
Oh, where's Spica?
He's sleeping. Do you guys know?
Ill?
Yeah. So do you know when he sleeps and he does the weird like glowy sort of thing?
Oh, he's doing that again?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing that again. Have you ever touched him? while he's doing it?
No.
No.
No?
That would be
You also-
weird. I mean, I don't touch you in your sleep.
Eamon, you sound a little strange.
Don't worry about
Did you
that.
touch him?
I did, actually.
Ew.
Well, I only touched his hand.
Yeah,
So
sure you
it's-
did.
Show us on the doll.
No,
I
that's what
point
we're
to my
gonna
own
ask
hand. I point to
Spica
my
when
own
he
hand
comes
like
back
this.
in.
So when he does his like shimmery thing, he's like incorporeal for like a moment, like every time he breathes.
No.
No.
So yeah, that's the thing. That's why you have to experiment. And so while he was doing his thing, I just kind of poked his hand, and then
Uh-huh.
on like a rhythm with his breathing, my hand went through his hand, and it was kind of weird. And then he stopped and rolled over. But yeah, something, just weird stuff happening. Don't know if he's done that forever. You guys have known him longer than I have, but still.
Well, we basically don't touch each other when we're sleeping. It's kind of weird.
Well, not everyone.
I mean,
glows in
unless
their
you want me
sleep
to, but I still wouldn't.
either.
Because I don't want you touching me.
Well, I don't normally touch people in their sleep, but he was glowing and being weird.
Well, if I was glowing and being weird, then I wouldn't want you to touch me either.
Is it because you would have secrets? And you don't want people finding out your secrets?
Well, if I'm glowing, obviously I don't have a secret. I just glow.
And if we didn't know why you glowed?
Why I glow? Then I don't know. Maybe I don't know either.
The three gnomes are very interested in this conversation. They are just
How about
being
we just
quiet,
don't-
but they are just eating and watching the four of you.
Okay.
Okay,
well,
how about this? We just
I
don't
made
touch
my
each other's
comment
no-no squares.
completely out of
Common
character.
sense.
You don't get much entertainment around here, do you?
Not of this variety, no.
They probably don't touch each other at night either.
Well, let me just
please stop talking about that.
let me just pose two questions. Mercy, two questions for you. First, if one of your friends, compatriots, even maybe one of your cousins, were to randomly start glowing in the middle of the night while they're sleeping, would you be curious as to why, and maybe try
I
to
would
figure out a little bit
definitely
about
be
it?
checking on them and making sure they were still breathing. Yes.
See, thank you. This is exactly my point.
It's
Second
just like
question, though.
checking how thick the bench he's sitting on is and if it would stop a crossbow bolt at close range.
Again, he's not the only one that's got the crossbow here.
Second question. I heard there's some delicious moon elk here somewhere, and where might I find that?
Moon elk.
The three
Yes,
of them
apparently it's delicious.
lean over and point to their left. And on these tables, it's like multiple buffet tables of different items.
Hello.
And one is a completely skinned and cooked elk. And its insides have been filled with like vegetables that were roasted with it.
Oh, its insides became its outsides. I love this. All right, so I am going to go grab some food. Anyone else need anything while I'm up?
I could have sworn you're not supposed to eat moon elk.
Well, don't care. I'm hungry. It's available and already cooked and killed. So we'll figure out the semantics and the details later. Anyone hungry? And I'll grab some stuff for everyone. Or I'll just, worry about myself.
Kindly hands plate. They
I-
surprise me.
Legitimately could have sworn these were sacred to the elves.
Quadrant, what do you remember about me that I've told you?
Not
I'm
specifically. I meant, the Emerald Queen.
to the elves,
you happen to be working for.
possibly.
They're
I haven't
not
lived with
here.
elves. I haven't lived with elves in hundreds of years. So forgive me if any of elven customs fall on deaf ears to me. But
Yeah.
that sounds amazing.
Considering you, that's saying a lot.
Swivel interrupts the two of you and says, first, the elves are not here. Second, moon elk is edible. It's just really, really hard to come by. Which is
It's not like a crime or anything, right?
not here.
Well, it's not like killing a unicorn.
Oh, do you guys have any unicorn?
Oh, dear.
Bro.
It's a unicorn.
Something hornier than you are.
That's
Oh,
not
that's
me.
saying a lot.
Oh no,
From the
excuse me.
Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Mostly kidding, Daniela.
Mhm.
Just poking a bit of fun, bit of ribbing amongst friends.
You
I'm
just
just
better
gonna
watch when you sleep now. I'm gonna poke you with something.
If you
Hey, yo.
Okay.
Probably a spear.
Quoting that.
Fair enough, Emma's gonna grab Gleam's plate and start walking to the buffet stuff, seeing no one else took him up on his offer. Is just gonna take the 2 plates, load up on a bunch of food, and then come back.
There is a ton of vegetables and a ton of meat. There's beef, pork, venison, goat. You name
did they
it.
come up-
There's even stuff here that you didn't expect to be here, especially like the moon elk. The moon elk, while Quadrant is technically right, it is illegal if you're in like Thistlebrush or the Fairy Oakenwood because of the way the Fey elves think of the moon elk. Anything outside of that, just don't get caught eating it.
Yeah, perfect. So I grab one of everything and put it on Gleam's plate, and then I grab one of everything except for Moon Elk, which I grab 2 of and put it on my plate. If I have to make multiple trips and get multiple plates, I will do it.
Do it. Just put your chair up to the table where the moon elk is.
Not greedy.
Amon, you are a walking diplomatic incident.
Yes, that is very true. Wildly intelligent. Horrible judge of,
Everything.
everything
How-
else.
So how do they get all this different kind of food here to this place? Like, is there a magical portal or something? Or because we had a hard time getting in.
Everyone needs coin, and people have particular sets of skills.
Well, so we trade a lot with Ladala's Castle of Elements and the nobles there.
I recognize that name.
They don't have a whole lot of what you would say. They have a lot of like goods and not a whole lot of arms or metal or crafting materials. So you bring them the crafting materials, you trade for food. That's kind of how the people in the Dustland live. The people in the Dustland, they trade for food because food is scarce there. But they usually trade like high quality minerals and ores that you just can't get anywhere else in the valley or anywhere else in the world for that matter.
So you traded the minerals and ores for food.
Oh, hold on.
Yes. speaking of which, if you ever go to the Dustlands, take some food with you. If you give them food, that will go a lot further than any coin you could bring. Or those silly vouchers they use at that camp.
What's wrong with the voucher system?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just outside of that camp, it doesn't work.
Hmm.
The best place for money is the Castle of Elements, which outside of there, I think the only place you'll ever find an Owlithy is maybe Cloud's Edge? They're
Eamon.
go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
go ahead. I see. Eamon kind of speaks up like, okay, hold on. So, sorry. I know. It's rude to speak with mouthful.
What's in your mouth?
Yep, just, I know. You mentioned the Dusklands, Dust place?
Dust. D-U-S-T.
Dust. What's that place like?
You ever been to a desert?
It once.
Okay, you know, like on the way here, how you went through like the green area where it was just rolling hills of like green and green and green and just grass?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but it's all sand.
Okay. And have you been?
Yeah.
Did you happen to, make friends or come across any unique, interesting people?
Unique and interesting people, yes.
Any musicians?
I think we ran into a few in the Bound Refuge.
Oh, called the Bound Refuge?
Yes. It's... Okay, so the Dustlands is very inhospitable. It's scorching hot during the day and below freezing at night. But if you can make it to Callum's Memorial, there is a secret entrance to the Bound Refuge there.
Which memorial is it?
Callum's Memorial.
Hallen's.
I'm so fucking mad at you right now. You have no idea.
Sorry.
Bro.
You're ruining my thing. I told you I can't talk to anybody when I'm playing
no.
D&D. I'll do it.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Back to the conversation.
Yeah. Callan's Memorial. Okay. Good to know. You wouldn't have happened to gotten the names of any of those, minstrels or musicians, would you?
I'm not sure.
Just ask for a friend of ours, the one who's kind of fading in and out of existence in his sleep.
Well,
You mentioned a friend of his that he'd met or seen or something about the Dustlands. It's hard to remember everything, but I was curious if maybe you've come across him.
I really didn't spend a whole lot of time with the minstrels there. I saw them, but I haven't seen anyone that I didn't get any names, and most of the minstrels there just kind of come and go. So
Okay.
anyone I might have seen is probably not there anymore.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Either way, it's good information. I'll let a friend know that perhaps his friend is out and about the Dustlands doing whatever he does. But thank you. Yeah, Eamon goes back to eating.
Okay. Quadrant, were you wanting to ask or say something?
Mercy? No.
Oh, not just Mercy, but any of them.
Not at this juncture, but he will be tracking down the cousins later on. Actually, no. Quadrant will be asking Mercy about potentially like a archery lesson, since he's kind of stuck here for 70 hours.
Oh, yes, I did promise you a lesson, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I can do that.
Excellent.
As you say that, you see Swivel and Farandal just kind of turn and look at you. They don't
Yes.
say anything. They just they're just kind of mean mugging you.
Is it no? Which one is it? Farandal? Which one's the rogue?
Farandal's the rogue.
I'm gonna just kind of say to Farandal and Thieves' Cant. Is there an issue?
No.
Then why you mean mugging me?
Family. You know.
Your cousin has a very particular set of skills that I do not possess, and I was hoping to learn from them.
Okay. And he just kind of, you see him jolt for a second, and he just kind of goes back to eating from his plate.
Yes.
So, you want training with the bow or the crossbow?
I would suspect a crossbow. It might be easier to conceal a device like that.
That's fair. Crossbows do
Pulls,
have uses. Yeah.
Pulls mine out from my hand compartment. See? Stows it away.
Where the hell did you have that thing stored?
What kind of a crossbow is it?
It just says crossbow. I'm proficient in crossbow. I think mine's a lightweight. It just says it's a light crossbow.
So like Gleam, if you have like a cloak, you would just have this like stowed under the cloak, like at your back at any given moment. You can just reach back and pull it out.
Yep. Yeah, I've always had it. I've just never had the opportunity to use it. I like the spells.
What kind of a punch would something like that have?
Out of character. I was going, yeah.
Who are you asking?
In general. So out of character.
Out of character, mine is 1d8 plus 2 piercing, but again, depends on, I think, how you're set up for like the plus whatever.
All right. I'd be hoping for something like more like 1d10.
Oop, my bad.
With some range.
Damn, 21. Nice.
Also something that might be able to embed like a grappling spike into stuff.
Yeah, it's 1d8 plus dex for that, and I'm proficient in that type of weaponry.
That's why I want to learn.
So you're welcome to have mine once you're good enough. I like my spells.
I will be happy to help you out when
excellent
we get done eating.
Okay.
Gleam, was there anything that you wanted to do?
Nope, I'm just seeing and listening to these guys chat.
Okay.
Should we message Danielle and be like, "Are you good?"
I'm fine.
Okay.
Sorry. I just had family drama.
No, you're good.
We
Welcome
heard
back.
them. We're like,
I just thought somebody's arm got cut off. It was not what I thought it was. It was
Glad
over a
everything's
game.
okay.
"Sorry, I accidentally pinched my tail. My bad."
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
So I was, we'll just say I was getting food, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
Food.
Let's see. Eamon.
Yes.
Let's see here. Mercy gets up and asks, "Would you like another drink?"
Oh, sure. I'd love one.
Okay. She goes and makes herself another plate and comes back with a plate and 2 cups. As she hands you your cup, there is a small piece of parchment that's in her finger that is being moved so that you can grab it.
Oh, I grab it.
Okay.
Subtly.
Yeah.
Unless she's trying to do this, like, is this very, like, open, or is this like a, like
This
a,
is-
palming it
this
to you
is,
type thing?
It's it's one of those situations where it's like she's trying to hide it, but not for like any nefarious reasons. It's almost like she's just trying to keep from making a show of something.
All right. I will nonchalantly take the drink and the parchment thing.
Okay. As you take it, you feel that there's something inside.
Ooh. I will take a drink and then take the thing and just kind of put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Not going to open it yet.
So, how long is your group here for?
She asking Eamon?
She's asking all of you.
Well, I mean, Quadrant, I think it really is up to you. You know, a benevolent leader of sorts. How long are we here for? Just to get our next task?
Well, we have many tasks to accomplish. However,
Very true.
we are going to be going into extremely unfamiliar territory. Knowledge will be important. Weapons, armor, anything that we can gain. Learn from the locals. Find out if anyone here has been extremely successful in hunting or killing demons or devils. We're going to be facing a lot of them in large numbers with a small group.
Eamon kind of looks to Mercy and her kin. Any of you, particularly proficient in killing devils and demons?
You have all of their attention now. This sounds like quite a large project you have going on.
Oh yes, the largest, some might say.
Sorry.
Damn it, Gleam.
I'm
What,
sorry.
What are you planning on doing?
We need to save Adri.
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry, who?
that's
Adri. We have to save her.
Okay. Who is Adri?
She's our friend. and she's being held by this horrible person, and he's torturing her, and we have to save her.
Okay. Who's holding her?
I don't know. I can't remember. It was something I saw in a vision. It's a little fuzzy.
We believe it's the demon lord, Asgaloth.
You see
I
their
have it somewhere in my notes.
you see their faces go pale. Ascaran?
Yep,
That's-
that's the one. Even says it at the same time Quadrant does, but like with a mouthful of food. Yep, that's the one.
Just see me smack him upside the head. Don't talk with your
Yeah.
mouth full.
I was going more for the Jack Sparrow thing. Ah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I did have questions for you.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to know?
Everything.
Okay.
We have, let's see here. The Smith said 56 hours. We've slept for 48 hours.
What do we have 48 hours for? Until we're alive.
That's how.
Excuse me.
That's how much longer my weapon repair will be.
Oh, they're fixing it for you.
They're improving it.
Oh.
You remember the scythe I took away from the maiden?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. I think it was huge.
Yes.
And they're going to put it into your dagger. Or was it your sword? Your sword.
Yes. The sword that the. What was that thing called again?
The rune blade?
No. This is the rune blade. No, it was my
Whoever
Your
was it, the
rapier?
person who wielded the
the
scythe?
rapier. The rapier was broken, but I'm trying to remember what it was broken by, like some kind of demon.
A Goristro.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Greastro.
the Baristro. Yeah.
Remember when the Garistro punched me and broke my sword?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
That was
about
funny. I
God,
mean,
you
it
almost
wasn't- it was
died.
bad.
I laughed it off. I didn't almost die.
Well, yeah, sort of. I mean, your insides were starting to become your outsides, and it was bad.
Oh, we
Did I fall
survived.
down?
You
It buffed.
No.
buffed
Okay, I
out,
shoved
right?
it back in for you. You're good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And all we had to, lasting damage was the broken sword, and we're getting that fixed now. That's awesome.
Exactly.
I'm glad you were able to do that while we were.
Moving on.
Are they going to make it do magic things?
Well, the smith required new material to repair the blade that was broken. That's a hint in my past, buddy.
I already got that noted.
So he's using the metal from the scythe. He doesn't know what it will do to the blade itself in terms of its properties, but it will be better than it was before. As for payment, apparently the haft of the scythe itself was made from weirwood.
Well, that's weird.
So he's taking that as payment. Ergo, I get a refurbished, upgraded sword, and I'm not out any extra material.
Good.
It'll be
Well,
interesting too because it won't gleam in the light anymore.
Oh,
Terribleness when your sword gives away your position.
it's very true.
Um,
So I haven't really used this glowy thing in a while.
hmm.
Like ever.
That's why I don't bring out my sword.
Do you remember when Spiker tried to take it?
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to be learning and training as much as I can before we leave. 48 hours minimum, but perhaps 3 days.
Oh, okay. Well, if you need a sparring partner, always available. Well, not always. Sometimes I'm sleeping or eating.
In terms of melee combat, I think I'm rather proficient, my friend. It's the
Ain't
crossbow
fair.
to worry about.
You want to borrow my crossbow for to learn? Go ahead. I ain't using it.
I'm thinking I'm going to need something with a little more range and a little more pop.
Like a longbow?
No, still a crossbow.
Like heavy duty.
I think
a-
there'll be a way to make something that's collapsible enough to be hidden on my person, but strong enough to punch a bolt through a fire drake's head at 500 feet.
But
Oh,
we do have the bag of holding. We still have the bag of holding, right?
I have it, yes.
Yep.
It was empty.
We can still use it.
there's nobody inside it?
Nobody, no thing.
He couldn't
Nothing.
pull the rabbit out. Just have a hat. We got a bag of holding.
Huh. I wonder how long someone could survive in that thing.
How long can you hold your breath?
Oh, I don't know. A few minutes.
That's about
Depends
all.
how many times the opening's opened.
So, we'll start with learnings and move on to crossbow training before lunch. Will that work for the both of you?
That'll work for us. Mercy stops for a second and looks over at Farandal. Go get the paper. And he's like, he kind of smirks and nods at her. And he runs out the door for a second. And a few minutes later, he comes back and slams what you guys recognize to be a wanted paper onto the table.
Whose face is on it? Whose face is on it?
You don't recognize him. But
Oh,
you
I was hoping it
do-
was one of us.
You do see a family resemblance to the three of them.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. What kind of wanted paper is this? Is it like murder or thievery or what?
Wires crimes.
It's not that kind of wanted paper. This is like kind of almost like a mission like request.
Oh, it's a recruitment poster.
No, this is
It's like on the quest board.
This is a find and rescue request.
Interesting.
Farandal's dad is locked up in Asgaran's tower. If you're going to go help your friend,
Done.
oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Ideally not.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite. We want to save the two birds, actually.
You get my drift.
I mean, yes. Oh, that was amazing. Delicious food. Kind of want a nap now.
You should probably go do that.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I'm going to go check on Spiker first, though. Mercy, Farandol, Swivel. Again, pleasure seeing you again, Mercy. Farandol, Swivel. Nice to meet you. I'm sure we'll see each other again in the next, what did you say, 2 days? 3 days? Couple
About
days.
3 days.
And that's
For the next
couple
few days, we'll be
Yeah.
around. And Abe gets up and walks out.
Okay.
He's going to head over to check on Spiker.
Okay.
And after he gets through the door, he's going to read the note that he had,
All right. The note
or the parchment thing.
Yeah, the parchment has a door number, a time of evening, and the thing you felt inside of it is the key to a room.
Fantastic. Awesome. Oh, David's going to keep walking over to Spiker with a just kind of like, oh, somebody nice likes me. That's kind of neat. And he's gonna go check on Spike.
What are we, chopped liver?
You'll give Amon shit all the time. Don't even pretend like you don't.
If you weren't my friend, I wouldn't give you shit.
I know. As I walk past Galtha. Thanks again, Galtha. Found my friends. Also, Moon Elk, fantastic. Great recommendation. Thank you.
Yeah, he waves and he's like, "Oh yeah, not a problem."
And I keep walking. Right. And then stop, like, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of turn back around. Do you know anything about an Asgaran?
The Pit Fiend?
Yep, that's the one.
What about him?
You think you could take him in a fight?
Maybe if the three of us were together and we had maybe an entire contingent of healers keeping us alive.
How would you kill him? Just try your best not to die, or throw a bunch of water on him?
I'd have to get in close and use my axe. Preferably chop his head off.
That's fair. Anyway, appreciate you. Thank you. And then I walk through the door
Okay.
and check on Spike.
All right. Quadrant, Gleam, Daniela, what are the three of you doing?
Finishing up eating.
I just remember something I think it was from last session that was briefly made. Quadrant, you said you had to gather some materials for your new weapon or improvement of your weapon. What type of materials do you need?
It's already done though. I thought there would have been other stuff that had to be done, and the smith said that the scythe in its entirety was all he needed.
Okay, because out of character, I thought they said something about the gems. So
Oh, that would have been for like payment, but the giant staff of Weirwood,
okay,
he appeared to be more than happy with that.
okay.
So you can keep your shiny rocks.
Gotta figure out how to use them or what to incorporate them in.
Oh, well, I don't think they're magical in nature. They're just going to be a pile of money, basically. Good barter.
Ooh.
You never know.
So, how are we supposed to get weapons if we're going to go after this Asgaran?
Well, Gleam has a giant pile of shiny rocks.
I
Gleam.
I look at the three across from me. So we went against a gem maker. Spica has I think it's the sapphires and rubies. I pull out the gems and put them on the table. This is my side. Well,
Quadrant's just playing with a sapphire in between his fingers. Yeah.
yeah, technically we're supposed to split them up between the group. Still technically do, but
right.
What can you do with these?
Where there was one sapphire, there's now a sapphire between each finger, and then they're suddenly gone.
What?
Put them back. Put them back.
What are you talking about?
I saw that.
Did you? Because I don't think you
else?
did. Are you sure it was? There are more than one rogue at this table.
What?
So many rogues.
It depends on what you want done.
I would like some weapons.
I have the sword, and I briefly unsheath it and then put it back in. I have a sling, light crossbow, and a quarterstaff I don't use. Maybe make them something I would prefer to use. I do have my spells, but when in doubt, back up.
Quadrant just is flirting the sapphire down one side of his hand. When it stops and starts going back, it turns into an emerald.
Yeah, you like play with those shiny green rocks.
Then he makes
Spica has the rubies and sapphires, but
he makes a little motion. The emerald seems to have jumped into his other hand. Then it turns into a diamond. Going back, it turns into a ruby.
All right. So.
Oh yeah,
you
these
all
are. Oh, sorry,
want-
these are sky diamonds. Yes, you're correct.
You all want weapons. And.
I would say if we could take out of Spike as the rubies and sapphires, we could possibly make something to go against the fiend. Or let's give us a little extra oomph.
Alright.
Weapons are only part of the problem.
Hmm.
We're going to be in their domain, their turf. Protection is equally important, if not higher.
And I
Alright.
only have one use of cure wounds for a little bit. We're gonna need more than Daniela.
Well, we don't per se have weapons, but we do have materials. And that's all the Forge Master is really interested in. He makes new stuff all the time. But that's because we lose equipment. Well, they lose equipment all the time here.
Hmm. Can they make any necklaces, arm bracelets, rings, possibly, with protection or any type of enchantments?
It's funny you mention that, because while the Forge Master cannot, Farandal over here is quite the accomplished jeweler.
Ah,
That's what we're looking for. Armor is useful up to a point, but a singular ring of speed or a necklace with an enchantment of protection can very quickly turn the tide of a battle more than any blade or hunk of iron strapped to your chest. I once heard a man leading this group. He had 10 rings.
Was he from Nantucket?
He'd never lost a fight with those rings. But such as the legend goes.
Well, it really depends on what you want.
Well, we are going into the hells, so some form of fire protection might be best.
I thought you'll be going to Asgaran's Keep.
Sure. Isn't that in one of the hells?
No. It's about, oh, maybe 15 to 20 miles away from here. It's in the valley. But it's deep in the Hellfire Holler.
So, not in the hells, but still, fire protection. Yes.
Yes.
There we go. How is it 20 miles from here and this fortress still standing?
They don't like fire. It is rather hot here, and there are a lot of creatures outside.
Not
Maybe we
only,
could get some protection from evil?
That's your job.
Bite me.
You'd like it too much.
No, I wouldn't. Knock your
Really,
teeth out
because
and not put them
your-
back.
Your wolf boyfriend.
Hey, leave him out of this. You're just jealous. Anyways, so we might need some protection from evil if he's a pit fiend.
yes.
I mean, I only have so many spells I could spare.
If that's the case, we could possibly help you out with some amulets and maybe a ring or two.
Farandol,
Hmm?
you are quite the accomplished spell individual, yes? Is spellcaster the right term?
I'm not the spellcaster. Swivel's the sorcerer of the three of us.
Hmm?
Farandol's
Out
the
of
rogue.
character.
Yeah,
Farandol's the rogue?
Yeah.
Yep.
Farandol's the rogue.
Dope! Okay,
Yeah.
let's try that again. Swivel, you're quite the accomplished spellcaster.
Yes, I am.
Can you make a scroll?
That depends on what you want. I can make a scroll with a spell on it. I'm assuming that's what you were asking for.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but I think we will get to that later on when I'm discussing strategy with you.
Okay.
I have things to contemplate.
Fair enough.
And with that, Quadrant just kind of gets up and puts his plate away now that it's done and walks into the main hall.
Okay. All right. Gleam, Daniela, what about the two of you?
I don't know. What is there to do around here? Other than go outside and kill things. You said there was a king upstairs. How do we go about trying to meet him if we needed to?
You would want to speak with Gauther for that.
Okay. Okay. Um. Then maybe I'll go do that.
Okay. Just be careful. There's lots of protocol when it comes to this sort of thing. And, when you meet the king, you don't have to be all formal with him. Dwarven kings aren't the same as, like, human kings or elven kings.
Do I need to bring him a gift?
No. For dwarves, a king is just whoever's in charge. Like, so you have the general who's in charge of the army, and then the king is in charge of just kind of the whole fortress altogether.
Okay. Noted. I'll keep that in mind, and I'll keep Quadrant away from him.
Oi!
Oh, no. You're not so you left the room.
I know, I'm saying this out of character. Quadrant's the most diplomatic member of the group.
Oh. Hey, maybe we shouldn't tell that to Quadrant, and then when he goes to meet the king, he could do all the curtsy bowy stuff, and we could just laugh at him.
Joke's on you, Quadrant definitely knows how to interact with a Dwarven King.
Not if we tell him otherwise.
He's been trained.
Like a monkey? Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow!
Bro.
Next time you see Quadrant, he's just gonna sign language at you.
Your monkey
on
sign
quad.
language.
Jokes on Quadrant. Danielle can read sign language. He's making a bunch of weird hand gestures.
I will say before you make any kind of decision to go speak with Gowther, make sure that your whole party's with you.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't like to speak more than once.
The stoic type.
No, he finds it tedious to repeat himself.
Okay.
There's kind of a joke there considering he married twins.
She wasn't talking about Gowther. Or Gowther. She was talking about the king.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go find Aemond. Check out Spica.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go too. Give the 3 polite nod, and I head out. Yeah.
Okay. The two of you come over. Eamon, what are you doing to Spica?
Is Spica fading in and out of existence again?
No.
He's poking him. I swear, I'm muttering under my breath as I walk in. I swear, if you are poking him again, I'm gonna take your fingers and I'm gonna. Oh, hey, Aemond.
You see Eamon standing at the edge of Spica's bed, like just looking at him very intently.
Mm-hmm.
He's not doing it anymore.
I'm just gonna sit right here on the edge of the bed and watch, and wait for Spica to wake up.
Okay.
He's just. He's not doing the thing anymore. He's not glowing. He's just sleeping.
Yeah, he does that. It's usually what people do when they sleep. We should poke him on the nose. Maybe that works. Is that the on button, maybe?
I don't know. He reaches over and pokes Spike on the nose. Is it warm or is it cold?
His skin is cold.
Hey, Spike is like an elf type person, right?
I have no idea what he is.
He's alive though, right? He's not dead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Aren't living things supposed to be warm?
Not always. But yeah, maybe.
He's cold as shit.
Oh.
Should we like get some blankets or something?
Yeah, you should
noticed with
curl
his
up next to him too. And I'll get a blanket.
I am a frost elf. I am fairly cold. Almost all the time. So for someone to be cold for me is noticeable. I mean, I'm not frigid, but I am cooler than normal.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I completely forgot you were a frost elf. Hang on, I have to go to my notes.
All good.
Yeah, how did you survive out there?
I was stolen from my home, and also I have a fancy amulet that saves me from stuff, and my boots also make it more comfortable to deal with the heat. So, yeah.
Nice.
Magic equipment makes it tolerable for people that like the cold. Yeah, a little frosty boy. That's why he's got that blue shock in his hair. Can't see it in the picture because I couldn't get the thing to generate it. But
you just say you have blue tips.
Yeah, frosted tips.
There we go.
Oh God.
See, echoing.
He's straight out of the. Straight out of the night. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say I don't have any fire spells to warm him up, or at least light his butt on fire. Maybe he'd get up then.
That's fair. Nah, aiming straight out of the '90s with his frosted tips. He would have been a fan of Backstreet Boys.
Hey, listen, Backstreet Boys to NSYNC were the time, my dude.
Hey, I heard Backstreet's back.
All right.
Thank you, Gleam.
You're welcome.
But yeah, no, Danielle, feel him. Is he cold to you too? Just touch his hand, or maybe his nose,
His nose.
or his face. Whatever.
Why am I on the bed?
Don't climb up in bed with him.
I'm trying to find a spot where he's okay. There. It's hard. The squares are. It's not.
If you
It's not
need to know
centered
where to find
properly.
the spot, we can talk later.
The map is actually really
Yeah.
large.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, it is difficult with the map as big as it is.
No worries.
Oh yeah, he's a little cold.
Right? Is that normal? Is he always like that?
I don't know. I don't go around and touch you guys when you sleep.
See, this is the thing.
I hope you don't.
How are we supposed to know if someone's deathly ill or cursed or an undead minion? We're
Well,
literally fighting.
usually, if they're like either muttering like an idiot, then there's probably something wrong with them, or they're missing a body part, such as an eye, or they're bleeding profusely from some part of their body, or
Anybody have
they
a
just
rectal thermometer?
yeah, or
Yeah,
they're on fire. Then basically, then we know they're injured and need
Right.
help.
But like, how do you tell if
If he's
like
ill?
someone's soul is damaged?
I don't know. Where's the Dr. Elf that was in here?
I don't
Soul.
know. I don't know if he has a soul, but he's cold, and I don't
He's
think that's
cold.
normal.
Okay, we'll
He's
cover
not
him
a
up.
ginger. I think he has a soul.
He's a warm, jovial person most of the time, but I've never actually touched him before, and so I don't know if this is new or if this is he always like this, or is he
Oh,
dead?
I
Wait,
want
can
to
you tell
quote
if he's
this
dead?
whole thing. I want to quote this whole thing, but I can't.
I
Can you-
don't. I don't think he's dead.
Is he undead?
No, he's not undead. I would know if he was undead.
Have you checked?
Yes, I'm a life cleric. I know
Okay.
when things are undead.
Have you
Just
tried
curious.
smacking him on the butt just because?
No, he's face
Yeah.
up. His butt's on the bed.
The doors open, and Swivel walks in.
Oh, hello
Oh,
again.
hey, Swivel. Hey, Swivel.
You guys said that.
Question.
You guys said that you have a friend that you believe is inside Asgran's keep.
Oh, yes.
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 Do you know for sure?
Yes.
Well, yes, it came in a vision. Daniela would know more.
Yeah, it was a vision.
But have you scryed?
No, I haven't. We haven't had time. We've been kind of busy.
Would you like me to scry for you?
Oh, that would be lovely.
What is
Shall
this?
we shall we go over here and do it, or do we need to go somewhere to do it?
Just come over here. I can do it in here.
Okay,
He walks
where are we
over
going?
here.
Okay.
What are we doing?
They're scrying.
The hell is a scry?
We're looking.
Some
You're
type
so
of-
curious.
He
At
bring-
what? Like we're in a
It's-
castle. How are we gonna look around and see?
he
your friend?
He brings out a small pedestal and sets a crystal ball on it.
Amen. Just watch and learn.
He then produces an owl's feather.
To the
And
other side of the bed.
setting a large goblet down, he pours a little bit of wine into the goblet. Then he takes the owl's feather and dips the feather end into it. And then he slowly circles that end around the crystal. With a few words, an image appears in the ball.
Holy shit!
That's a different form of scrying.
What do we
used to.
see?
You
Yeah, what's
see-
in it?
You see a woman. You don't see her face, but you can see that the back of her head is matted with dry blood. Her hair is black And as the vision kind of pulls away, you see the emerald green eyes. She's
Oh my god.
she's shackled to the ground and is only in a white shirt that just kind of goes down about halfway down her thighs, and that's all that she's wearing. She's covered in cuts and bruises, and the back of the shirt is torn where someone has been just going at her with a whip.
No, that's her. That's Adri. Oh my god, we have to go get her. We have to. Look at her. We have to go get her. We have to go.
You hear some voices in the distance.
Like, are they coming out from the crystal ball?
Yeah, you can hear them coming out of the ball.
Okay.
And as the vision kind of pulls away before it breaks, you hear a voice say, "You and your sister have 2 days. Then we will make an example out of the both of you." And the vision fades.
No, do you have to bring it back? We have to find out. We don't have time. We gotta go. We don't have time. 2 days. Oh my god, isn't that when Quadrant's we gotta go without him. We gotta see the king.
We are not
gotta
going without
go.
him. That is death.
She's
We are
gonna
not
die.
even nowhere prepared for this, right?
But we have to save her.
Can't save her if we're all dead.
I don't care.
Just
I've gotta go.
Calm down. Calm down. We can plan with this. Meet with the king first. Meet with the general. Okay? Between the two of them, I'm sure they will be happy to kick Asgaran in the literal and metaphorical teeth. Okay?
Okay. But can they do it before the 2 days are up?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll have mine and my cousin's help, too.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, how far away is his keep? Like a day's worth of travel?
Half a day's
Was
worth
it-
of travel.
Oh, okay, only half
20,
day.
25 miles, they said.
That's fine. We could do that. If we leave tomorrow, we'll still have a day, a half day. It'll be fine. We just need Quadrant to go without his sword for a little bit.
Or just use a replacement.
Or that.
This might be good.
Especially, they've got all kinds of weapons and shit here. Should probably tell
Yeah.
Quadrant about this, by the way.
Yeah, I was saying, let me go find out.
Mm.
Tell him there's been a
Okay.
Eh.
And with that, we're going to end tonight's session.
Aw.
I want to go kill a devil
Oh, go
guy.
kill.
Trust me, the fight was not going to be tonight,
I
kids.
want to go kill him so bad.
Oh, there are plans within plans that works here. Trust
I know.
me. Hold on, I'm gonna find something. That was great.
Yeah. So, Saito, I hope you don't mind. This was more of the role play, but like if you go on YouTube and see Chapel's like past broadcasts, like we get into some really good fights.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Amazing fights.
Mm-hmm.
And to all of our streamers, thank you all for watching. And to everybody who's watching on YouTube, thank you all for watching. You guys have a wonderful night.
Night, guys.
Good night. Goodbye.
Don't let the fiends get you.